everybody. Today I want to go over some tools that you have for working on your group project. So you may have noticed that when you come up here to courses, it doesn't just list your courses anymore, but it also lists your CMST 101 group project and then whatever number your group is. Later on in the course, you're going to select a name and then we'll replace that title with the name that you pick as a group. But for now, you'll just see this CMST 101 group project, etc. So in this group project space, it's like basically like a separate course space for your specific group. So you can communicate with your group by making announcements in this space. You can create wiki pages as a group if you want. You have access to all of the people in your group. So this is group one. These are all the people in group one. You have discussion boards, and some of these will be assignment discussions that I have for you, but you also can create your own discussions by clicking here, and then you can do as you wish to get set up. So you can use that to discuss assignments that you may need to do together or whatever else you might need. You can upload files and share them here, so it's a great way to do file sharing if you're working on a PowerPoint or something like that. And then over here you'll see you have conferences and collaborations. So I am going to go over conferences and collaborations in our own class so that I don't confuse this group, but know that you have access to these tools within your group space. So we're going to go back to our class here, and we're going to look at this like a student for a moment. So if you come down to Module 6, or week 6, you'll see that there is tools for virtual group work that you're looking at. And I want to go through these with you. So for your group project, these tools might help support you and your group in your work. So the first tool is something called Doodle. And Doodle allows you to do scheduling. So in order to successfully complete your project, you're going to have to find a time where your whole group can meet on the internet synchronously. So Doodle can help you do that. So what you do is you hit schedule an event, and then you might say synchronous group meeting. You'll do it on Canvas or wherever your group decides. Your name, and then you say next. Then you want to click the days that you're interested in having the meeting. So if you're looking at a lot of days, you can click all of them if you want. And then you can say available times. And you can add as many time slots as you want. It can get pretty unruly if you have all the times possible, but if that's what you guys need to do to find a time where you can all meet together, then this can help you do it. So then you say next. You probably want to do a basic poll, so you can go with that. You can change settings. You can read about those if you like, but for the most part, you'll just do a basic poll, and you'll say next. You can send an invitation, and you do not need to import the email addresses you're going to do. Oops. You can just say finish. And when you say finish, you will be given a link like this. And so you can copy the link, and then you can come back to your group and share it on a discussion board. What it looks like when people go here is a big chart of the available times that you listed. So then each person can come through and say when they are available. And then as everyone does it, you'll have a cross-section of when people are available and when they're not, and you'll be able to see where times line up. So this is a tool you can use if it's helpful for you or if you're struggling to find a time when you can meet together. But it's not something you have to use, but I want you to know that it's there for you. So the other tool that can be useful is called Flisty. And Flisty is an easy way to do a quick poll. So if your group is having a hard time making a decision, Flisty can help you do it. So you could make a poll for what your group name should be. And then you can put in the possible things that you've discussed. Bananas. Oh, well, it's close enough. Okay, and then you can create the new poll. There you have it. And what you can do is just copy this link up here, come back and share it with your group, Everybody can fill it out, and then you will have results, and it'll show you what the outcome was. And it's anonymous, essentially, so you don't know who voted for what. So that can be a really helpful tool for making decisions if you're having a hard time, or just getting through a section where you just need to make a decision and move on. So that's a great tool for you. So the other tool that you'll use is conferences, and this tool is really, really important because you're going to use it to record and submit your final group project. So conferences are basically a way, oops, I have to be out of student view to show you this, are basically a way to record a presentation all together. So there are lots of support modules there for you. You will have an activity, a smaller activity earlier on where you can practice this, and then you'll do your final presentation with a conference like this. But basically, within your group space, you can create a new conference, and you can title it, and you can invite all the people that you want from your group. I'm not going to invite anybody to this so we don't scare anyone and make them think they're missing anything. And then you can choose to record this conference. You can give it a description if you want, and then you say update. So then you'll see the conference listed here. In order to start the conference at whatever time you've decided as a group, you have to push start. Then the conference is going to pop up in a new window, and you can navigate from there. This is something you all are going to want to practice with, maybe have meetings this way, so that you can get more and more comfortable with how it works, so that you can record your final speech all together with this tool. So in order to help you with that, you'll notice that on this virtual group work page, I have a lot of support links for how to use conferences. But the best thing for you guys to do is really just to practice with it and play around with it. So the other tool that we have in Canvas to help you is called Collaborations. And Collaborations allow you to create group work documents. And again, you can do this in your group space. There's two choices for this. The first one is Etherpad. And again, you will come up with a name, give it a description, and then invite the people you want to. To invite, you push this plus button. I'm not going to do that because I don't want to scare anybody. So push that plus button, or you can invite your whole group by pushing the plus button here. And then once you've added people, you'll say start collaborating. This gives everyone access to this particular document. Then you can come in and type on it. Just like that. And when the next person comes in, they'll have a different color, and so you can see it all together. Then when you're finished with it, you can, let's see, you want to be able to save it, or you can copy and paste it out and put it into a into any kind of Word document. So once you've created it, it exists and it won't change, and it'll show up under your Collaborations tab, just like this with the title that you have. You can still start another one if you like. So this might be a useful tool for working on your outlines, or if you have documents that you want to share with each other, this is a good way to do it. So finally, I want to point out that Google gives us some really robust tools for collaborating together online. So Google Drive gives you lots of options to create documents. You can create a Word document, you can create a presentation, and you can share those things with other people. So for your final group project, you're going to need a PowerPoint, and so creating one with Google Docs is really helpful. If you create a new presentation with Google Docs, you want to make sure that you give it a name. First you pick a theme, something that you like. Ooh, that's fun and colorful, right? So then you say create, save. Okay, then you might want to rename it so you have something that people can understand. And then when you want to share it, you want to make sure that you change this private to public. That's the easiest way. The other thing you want to do is change this access, anyone, no signing required, to can edit, and then save it. Then when you share this link that it is given to you, no matter whether people have the Google account or not, they'll be able to access this document and change it. So your whole group will be able to access and change the document without any trouble. So that's Google Docs. Another option that Google gives us is something called Google Hangout. And this is essentially, you can create a space online where you all can chat and video chat and get together. It might even be a way that you feel more comfortable recording your final project, which would be fine. So if you are comfortable with Google Hangout, I encourage you to play around with that or use it for your project. But if not, you've got the conferences feature here in Canvas. So I should delete this. So these are the tools that you have for collaboration. You will need to use them in effective ways in order to complete your group project, which is really, really important given that most people are working more and more virtually and online. So this project and these tools will help you get comfortable with some of the things that you might see later on in your work life or school life. So thanks.